It's been more than a year since Apple Watch Ultra 2 launched. It's time for an honest, long-term review. Before we get too deep, if you want to keep up to date with the latest Apple news, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, this video is brought to you by Ultra Supply Co., makers of some incredible bands designed even for the latest Apple Watch. More on them soon. So this year is unique. I do these extended long-term reviews often on Apple products, usually by the time a new one has launched. In most other years, I'd have the Ultra 2 on one wrist and the Ultra 3 on the other. But not this time. Instead, Apple is keeping the Ultra 2 around, but updated with new hardware-specific features and gave us another colorway. It's kind of a wild and frankly a great value for this product. If you bought one a year ago, it got even better. And if you are just now picking one up, as many of you are, you have a good idea of how it's going to perform. I've been wearing it basically every day for the past year with a recent asterisk next to that. Apple Watch Ultra is unique and is intended to be the sporty one of the lot, encompassing the Apple Watch Series 10 and the Apple Watch SE. It's got a completely flat display with the vivid orange action button on one side and the rugged digital crown and side button on the other. It's got a 49mm display, which was, until recently, the largest display available on an Apple Watch. Despite the Series 10 technically having a larger display by area, Apple Watch Ultra still has its own exclusive watch faces to take advantage of that large display. I personally love the Modular Ultra. It's probably my favorite. If you like it, you can only get it here on the Apple Watch Ultra. I'm curious, let me know what your favorite watch face is, whether on the Ultra or any of the other Apple Watches, down below in the comments. The Modular Ultra face has got some good customizations to it, like you can control what goes around the edge of the display, like water depth or representation of the second hand. As I mentioned, the Ultra 2 comes in a new black color. It's the only physical change to the watch since last year. Personally, I think the black looks great. I've been someone who rotates colors quite a bit, but I've been hooked on this matte black finish. I think the orange accents look even better with this color too. Is it enough that you're going to upgrade from your natural titanium Apple Watch Ultra 2? No, but if you were in the market, it can tilt the scales for sure. So far, after a month or so, it appears that finish is pretty solidly on there too. It's not going to just scratch off very easily. Whether you have the striking new black titanium Apple Watch Ultra 2, the natural titanium Apple Watch Ultra, or the new Series 10, you've got to check out these bands from Ultra Supply Co. I've seen too many people, I'm looking at you, Grammy, buy cheap and poor quality watch bands that don't look great and can easily break. Ultra Supply Co. recently launched a new lineup of their titanium bands in a black titanium that is perfect to pair with that new black colorway. It's made of grade 2 titanium, which is strong and durable while being light. It includes a DLC or diamond-like carbon coating to help protect it against scratching. It's very comfortable and easy to take on and off, and includes a sizing tool in the box so you can fit the band to your wrist perfectly. They've got many other options too, like my favorite grade 4 titanium with a magnetic buckle clasp, or even a Milanese loop that perfectly matches the natural titanium. Many of these other bands come in that black too, by the way. Pick up 1, 2, or 3 today. You can even store them in this handy leather travel case like this. I love this thing. Hooked on it. All this from Ultra Supply Co. Check out the bands at the links in the description and pinned in the comments. Plus, you'll find a discount for 10% off your order too. I'll admit, I don't use the action button much. I wanted to, I just forget that it exists a lot of the time. I've tried setting it to various shortcuts, even just the flashlight, but I never remember to hit it. I'm sure there are those that do regularly use this, but it has never been a hit with me like I thought it would be. I use the action button on my iPhone a whole lot more. Another unique feature of the Ultra series is support for recreational diving, like free diving, scuba diving, even snorkeling. As a certified scuba diver, actually rescue diver, this feature had me overjoyed to see. Recognition for diving in a product like this is awesome. The reality is, though, living in landlocked Ohio, I don't dive nearly as much as I want to. Since the original Apple Watch Ultra launched, I've really only used this feature a few times. It works great, and it is limited in its depth, but for anything I do, it's enough. I wish I got to use this for diving more. I said it when like the OG model launched, and I'll say it now. To make diving better, it needs air integration, and I'd love an Apple-made diving app instead of this Oceanic Plus one that requires an additional subscription. Specific to Ultra 2 and the Series 9 is Double Tap. I was slow on the adoption here, but eventually came to very much appreciate this feature. I didn't use it almost at all for the first several months, but then I started using it to control a music playback, answer a phone call, or start a response to a message. I knew I was hooked on it when I'd swap back to my stainless steel graphite Series 7 Apple Watch that I also had, and I'd keep trying to double tap, but nothing. Be honest, how many of you actually use double tap? Let me know down below in the comments. This double tap gesture, though, got way more powerful with watchOS 11. Apple added double tap within many of the stock apps and allowed third-party apps to integrate this more tightly as a primary function into their apps too. As all this stuff has been updating, it's been great. It's just nice that I can do things like play a voicemail by tapping my fingers. Speaking of watchOS 11, it's pretty dang impressive. Apple announced watchOS 11 at WWDC with its other software, and I had tested it for months. Then it launched and brought even more new features in it that Apple hadn't even mentioned. Specifically, Apple used it to bring speaker playback, sleep apnea detection, and the Times app to the year-old Apple Watch Ultra 2. The speaker playback has been so helpful. I don't always have my headphones or AirPods or even my phone, but I do have my watch. For example, while working in like the garden or the chicken coop, there's no great place to put my phone. I'm constantly moving. Plus, it has to be like out of the sun or it gets too hot. I could bring out a speaker, but that's a whole extra device to deal with. Now, I can just start a podcast or start a playlist from my watch. Just play it out that speaker instead. It's not super loud by any means, but it's loud enough.
Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of HomeKit Insider. You've got me, as always, Andrew O'Hara, and joining me this week, I am very excited. It is the Chief Technology Officer from ADT, Gilles Drew.
It's just really nice to be able to use the speaker as an actual speaker and not just for phone calls. Sleep apnea detection is also huge. This is a legit FDA-approved sleeping test that monitors you throughout the night. The amount of people that will gain insight here, like discover a medical condition just by wearing a device that they may have had for over a year already, astounds me. It's just incredible to me. I've actually done a full at-home sleep test with all the wires and sensors, and this would be it is way nicer. I have been monitoring myself with this because I do snore, and the watch matches what my actual sleep test said, which is that I don't have sleep apnea, at least not right now, but that can change over time. The Tides app is welcome, though nothing crazy. It just makes it nicer for water sports. I like that Apple added it. Frankly, assuming you like the look of the watch, the only hang-up is the lack of the SpO2 sensor. Technically, the watch still has the requisite hardware. Apple never changed that. But after the end of last year, no newly shipping models could include that feature. Apple updated watchOS to remove the blood oxygen app on any watch sold after the deadline. It's painful for customers who just want this health feature, but are essentially caught up in the middle of a patent battle. Massimo, the holder of Apple's infringing patent, did just lose its CEO, so maybe we'll see some changes in their ongoing relationship with Apple. I think Apple will add this feature back the second that they are able to. We just don't know when or if that will happen, and that just sucks. For me, the biggest killer for the Apple Watch Ultra 2, though, is battery life. It's fantastic, at least for an Apple Watch. I swear, I can go easily 2 days without charging, and I'm still wearing it to bed. I said it at the inset here, I had used the Apple Watch Ultra 2 for the last year, but with an asterisk. It's because recently I made the move to the Apple Watch Series 10. The new sleeker design had me sold, and I've been using this gorgeous natural titanium one with an Ultra Supply Co band, of course. The thing is, the battery is still so short, especially coming from the Ultra 2. Having to charge every day feels laborious. If we're having a night out, I better charge early in the day because I am not making it until 2 in the morning with that thing. The Ultra 2 though, I rarely have to worry about it ever. I put it on the charger as often as I can, which is like every 1 to 2 days, and I am set. I know some people were disappointed that there was no Apple Watch Ultra 3, but I think what Apple did was even better. It updated an existing model with legit big new features for all its existing users instead of locking them behind a very small update. They really could have kept like sleep apnea, speaker playback, and maybe even the Tides app in the black color for an Apple Watch Ultra 3 and put in a slightly faster like S10 chip or something on the inside. It probably would have sold fine. But instead, we get all of those features without having to buy a new model. And next year, if we do get that Apple Watch Ultra 3, it's going to be an even bigger leap forward. If you haven't already, you can pick up an Apple Watch Ultra 2 in silver or black at the link in the description, where I also have put several ongoing deals that have been running. Thank you again to Ultra Supply Co. for sponsoring this video. Be sure to show them some love at the link in the description, and it's pinned in the comments. Get that 10% off. Otherwise, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.